Good morning everyone, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to government scheme session. So you have asked us to make all the schemes ministry wise and that is what we are doing. We have already covered the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare and we have also taken a revision session on that. So if you haven't watched the revision session, you can find the link in the description box below. And now we have started with the Ministry of Education. So the scheme that we are covering today is Nishtha scheme and we will also cover the Diksha portal along with this because these are somehow interlinked. All right, so yes, we already know we are covering Ministry of Education and why we are covering this particular scheme. So see, this particular scheme, it is always in news due to one reason or another, maybe some new collaboration, all right, or it can happen that there is some new achievement that has been unlocked under this scheme. So what is it all about? We will understand first the full form of the scheme and 90% of our task will be done. All right, so herein to cover 90% of this particular lectures in one slide only, we will understand the full form and it says national initiative. So what does this mean? That this particular initiative, it is at national level. All right, for what? For school heads. So who are the school heads? These are the, you can say, topmost authority who looks after the school. All right, so for school heads and teachers, and also with school heads, the teachers, and for what? For holistic advancement. Holistic matlab wholesome. All right, so this particular scheme, it is all about, it is a national initiative for the holistic advancement of the school heads and teachers. So herein we're not talking about, this ministry is not focusing on the students but focusing on the teachers and school heads. Why is it so? See, who transfers all the knowledge and understanding to a student? Teachers, right? So they must be aware of the latest AI technologies that would help them to interlink or to connect with the student, and also the behavioral changes, the cultural changes that you are seeing now in younger generation, right? So to get familiar with it, so that each and every student, he comes along, the teacher, she takes all the student along with her journey of teaching. All right, so that the students, they have proper understanding, they also get to understand what the teachers are saying. So all these things will be taught under this particular Nishtha scheme, and you should be proud that this training, it is the largest teachers training program that is of its kind in the world. So this is the largest teachers training program in the whole world. All right, so now we'll start with the basic things. So herein it is the launch year. So the launch year of this scheme, it is 2019. And see, ministry, we know that is Ministry of Education. And here one thing that you should notice, that it is a central sponsored scheme. So what does it mean? So 60% funding will be done by the central government and 40% will be done by the state government. In case of Northeast, that is 90:10, and in case of UTs, that is 100% by the central government. That is what central sponsored scheme means. Now the next thing is, see, this particular scheme, it comes under Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. So what does it mean? This Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan we will cover in our next lecture for sure. So this is an umbrella scheme. Umbrella means it constitutes many of the sub schemes that focuses on a one goal, right? So this is an umbrella scheme, and under this Nishtha scheme has been added. All right, so Nishtha scheme, it is a centrally Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, it is a centrally sponsored scheme, and under this we have Nishtha scheme. All right, so I hope this is clear to you all, there is no confusion. Now to get along with the more of the important dimensions, before that, to our new audience, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of every lecture. All right, now we'll focus on the aim. So what is the aim of this scheme? So herein, see, the aim is to train the teachers across the country. All right, so that this particular aim is there of this scheme, so that we get the objective, which is to encourage and foster critical thinking in students. As I said before, teacher will pass on everything to students. So if the teacher, she has that critical thinking, she would transfer it to the student, right? So herein aim is, so what is foster means to develop, so that student, because it's not just about the ratification of all the subjects that are there, right? It's about living the life in a way that is more successful. So if you have that analytical approach for everything, you would do better in life, you will do good in life, right? So that is why objective is to have that particular critical thinking, how to analyze things in the real life. That becomes the objective of this scheme. All right, so because that is the only reason until why we would teach the teachers, right? We would train the teachers, that is to get the ultimate benefit from the students, right? So now let's look at the coverage. So herein, who would we cover means who would be the beneficiaries of this particular scheme. So all the teachers and heads of the schools in all government schools. Why government school is much focused? Because you must have noticed that the teachers in the government school, most of them, they are quite old age, right? So they don't connect much with the younger generation. So to bridge that gap and to make them familiar with the new AI technology, so that they would it would help them to get along with the students, this particular government schools are much focused in that. Apart from the teachers, all the faculty members of State Council of Education Research and Training, see, you must have heard of NCERT, right? So NCERT is at national level, and at state level we have SCERT. So what's their role? Their role is to design the syllabus and all the study material, right? So that is what their job is. So all the faculty members of them would also be taught, and also the faculty members of district institutes of education and training. So herein we are focusing on to train those people who are going to impart knowledge to the younger generation, to the newer generation, so that if they have that analytical way of thinking, so they would pass on that to students. The next is the block resource coordinators and cluster resource coordinators. So what is a block resource coordinator? Basically, these are the people who supply all the study materials in a place to all the teachers, and means they are kind of distributor. All right, so these are, so they would be covered under the particular scheme. Now how this will be implemented? So see, teachers, because we need someone to train, right? So they would be trained by the national resource persons. So these people will train the teachers ultimately. And how these will be identified? They will be identified by NCERT. All right, they would be identified by NCERT as well as NIEPA, that is National Institute of Education Planning and Administration. All right, so these you should remember this keyword, that is national resource person. The second is this one line, it says that training will be conducted directly by key resource persons and state resource person. See this word directly. So what would happen? This national resource person, they would teach this key resource person, because see, we have so many schools, we have so many teachers. So to have a particular hierarchy, what we have done, this national resource person who would be identified, because these national resource person, they could be scientists, they could be such educationists, some educationists, right? So these would be them. So then they would train the key resource person and state resource persons, and then these people will go and actually train the teachers. All right, so I hope these three words you should remember: national key resource person and state resource persons. All right, so what happened initially, this particular scheme, that was more on an offline mode. So particular places was set up, and then teachers, they would come there and they would get training. But due to COVID, what happened, they could not go anywhere, right? So there was one portal that was also introduced, and this we will study in the next portion, which is the key features. But before that, there are one of two things that you should also know, that states and UTs, they have this liberty that they can design their own course if they want to. But one thing that they should keep in mind, that the core topic and expected outcome of Nishtha should be same. So there are some outcomes that the government expect from the teachers once they have undergone this training. So that behavior of the teacher, that mindset of the teacher should, the outcome that should be similar, and you can opt for any modules what you want to have as a state or UT. All right, so you can say path can be anything, but the ultimate result government wants, and that should be same. All right, one more thing is that mobile apps and learning management systems are also developed by NCERT. What are learning management systems? So these are open sources which keeps a track on how much progress have been done, how how much people, how much teachers have registered, and whatsoever progress that is going on. So this learning management system, it is based on Moodle, which is modular object oriented dynamic learning environment. All right, so this is developed by NCERT. You can once read the full form of this, so that if asked in examination that what is the full form of this, you have this basic idea. All right, so now the portal that I was talking about, now that is the Diksha portal. All right, so this, with the help of this Diksha portal, now the teachers are getting trained because of the pandemic. All right, so now because we are studying about all the education apps, so here one more app is there, ePathshala. So herein even the teachers and the students, they can register, and there are a lot of books that is present in them in this particular app. So you can get the easy access of any books or the maximum books which we have under this at a single platform. All right, so ePathshala is one of the app that is of the Ministry of Education, that is launched by the Ministry of Education. All right, so that is all for this. Now we will have a quick revision. So the launch year of NISTA, it is 2019, and the ministry is Ministry of Education. Next, talking about the type, that is a centrally sponsored scheme, and the aim is to train teachers across the country so that the objective of critical thinking in children can be fostered. Next is the coverage in who would be the beneficiaries, all the teachers and heads of schools, then faculty members of SCRT and DIET, and then block and cluster resource coordinator. They will be the beneficiaries, right? Then implementation, how would be done? National resource person, and then we have key resource person and also state resource person. Key features, if we talk about, so option to contextualize models, so whatever modules that the state and UTs want to have, they can have, they have this liberty. Mobile apps and LMS. All right, and then we had Diksha portal that we studied. All right, so this is all about this scheme, and the homework that you have for today is that what is the full form of Diksha portal. So this can be asked in your examination, right? So you should be aware of what is the full form of it is, and these are the toppers of the last session. So Vishwanath, he said the correct answer. Most of the people may get confused between Poshan Abhiyan and Poshan scheme. We did Poshan scheme. Poshan Abhiyan is a completely different scheme, right? So the nodal agency of Poshan Abhiyan is Ministry of Women, and that of Poshan scheme is Ministry of Education. Then Pawan Kumar, welcome. Then AIM also said it's a nice session. Thank you that you are appreciating and you're liking the my way of teaching. And Rohit, thank you. And then we had Ravi who said the correct answer. Very good. Shivendra, welcome. Then Augustine said the correct answer. Very good. And Ocean also said the correct answer. That's very good, you all. And that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed the session. If you have any queries, you can comment down below. I'll definitely reply to it. And that is all for today. We'll meet again with the next scheme. Until then, all the very best for your exam, and thank you.